Sometimes I really wish I would just use a script, but I can't because I really don't know how to fake it or how to come up with points that I really want to make sure I get across. The only point that I want to get across in this video today is that Donkey Kong Bonanza is a Game of the Year contender, sitting at a 91 currently on Metacritic with 82 critic reviews right now. Amazing. They are setting a pathway that is so enjoyable to watch because they obviously know what they're doing with their IPs. They're putting the time and effort in to make these games fun. Say what you want about Mario Kart World, the game is extremely enjoyable, and it looks like we're going to get a follow up here with Donkey Kong Bonanza. This is coming out July 17th. That console came out on June 5th. We already have two Game of the Year contenders. Obviously, I don't know if Mario Kart World will be there, but I know this single player platformer from Nintendo is definitely going to hit the mark. That's going to be something that's going to be in that list. Plenty of games right now that are really, really good, but I just feel like there's going to be some component of Donkey Kong and its originality and its ability to have creative ideas that is going to stand out above the rest. And that is my biggest point when it comes to Donkey Kong right now in Nintendo. Creativity, the ability to take a risk, and the ability to try to mold an experience around their characters. Donkey Kong is showing to be something that is creatively made for Donkey Kong. That IP, that creative, that experience versus Mario Odyssey with Donkey Kong dropped in. That is the key. That is the point that you always want to think about. You know how that Ubisoft effect, you like every game feel like Ubisoft. Every game now that come out of Sony feels like Uncharted. That is not the effect you're going to get these experiences. Not saying that these other games aren't great. I don't know why I mentioned them. Apologies, because I know I got some people out there that's going to love to talk about how these games are great and different and unique in their own ways. That's cool. I just feel like when you actually put in front of a game that's supposed to be a 10 out of 10 game of the year contender, it really should have very little elements of another game, and it really should creatively drive a better overall experience. To me, Donkey Kong Bonanza has shown that with its creativity, with its mechanics, with some of the entirety of just being able to break through everything in the game. That all tells me that they were cooking up something unique within the game. Now, Nintendo being Nintendo, everybody got a problem with them. I got problems with them, but they are managing their portfolio the right way. They got Metroid coming out. They got a new exclusive with Dusk Bloods. They got other games that have been slated to come out as well. There is plenty to kind of look forward to on top of what they already provided us with the enhancements to their older games. There is just never been a better time to own a Switch 2, and they are making it they're making it very clear for the consumer understand that. They seem to have had the perfect launch. I just am wondering what this price tag and this change and approach is really going to do. To me, I don't think it's going to do anything. I honestly feel like Donkey Kong is going to sell crazy numbers. I really do. And I think that only because the Switch 2, one, has sold crazy numbers, but two, they have no real showcase. And I feel like the showcase here is going to be Donkey Kong's physics and ability to break everything and ability to have fun in that world at a fast pace. I feel like that is what's going to be so unique about the experience that's going to make people want to gravitate towards it and make sure that they are on board, at least have the ability to play it. For me, I truly mean this when I say that a launch can really ruin your momentum. A bad launch can really ruin it, especially when you ain't got no games. With the Wii U, I felt like if the hardware was really good because it had the ability to play Wii games and it also was going to be moving you to the Wii U generation, giving you some better graphics and things like that. Similar to what the Switch and Switch 2 is doing. The difference between the Switch 2 and the Wii U is that the Switch 2 has two games that have come out in the last 2 months that have showcased this Switch 2 hardware and the capabilities, but not only the capabilities, they are actually fun games. The only thing that came out during this was, yeah, it was New Super Mario Bros. U, and it was Zombie U, and these other games that were all pretty much third parties, but that's not going to drive the boat. Similar to what Switch 2 is doing. Like, none of these other games are driving the boat. Nobody's buying those games. People are buying what they came to Nintendo for, their games. So the biggest difference here, really, to me, is the game lineup. If they have the game lineup, there's nothing that can really stop them. That's really the key here. And I feel like they have that game lineup now alongside a bunch of free updates, alongside paid updates for Zelda, alongside a unique system. That's it. That's all they really needed to do. And now that they have brung out Donkey Kong and has gotten the reception that it has, I feel like they've done it again. It is going to be a repeat of 2017 where we had Zelda and Mario Odyssey, and both of those games were straight up great bangers that kind of caused this influx of purchases. I'm hoping that this momentum stays through. We gotta wait and see a little bit. I never thought I'd say this, but Nintendo has created the perfect storm for the launch of their new console. They just have. Now, do they always mess up something at the end of the day? Absolutely. We always know this. We always saw it. We already see the mess ups that they're doing. But what we can also give them credit for is that they did not botch the hardware. They did not botch the games. And right now, there is a level of enjoyment that is coming out the Nintendo end. There's still some problems with the game, but overall, people have been praising it highly. There's still issues with like FSR being used versus LSS. There is a problem with the VRR implementation not being there really, and them still using the double buffering, I believe. When bad spikes come, it just hits hard, stuff like that. So all this stuff can be reviewed and looked at in Digital Foundry's review, but to me, I don't really need to know that much. All I need to know is the game fun. And by far, everyone has said that because creativity and gameplay will always trump graphics. I don't know. It's always going to trump it to a degree. You can't be running around here at 30 and 25 frames per second at all times, but it's going to trump it because everybody will play the fun game. Elden Ring got a pass for that reason alone. I'm excited. I'm excited to pick it up. I'm excited to play it. I'm looking forward to it, and I think that they really did nail this. They still have some things to work out. They still made plenty of mistakes, but what you can't deny them is their strong IPs, their strong games, and their strong hardware. Just can't deny it. Appreciate you watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and we will talk to you all in that next one.